Okay, in this video I'm going to be going over the project proposal guide that you guys will need to fill out before the beginning of each project, and that is going to be posted in the Google Classroom. When you guys select it, it should prompt you to make a copy of the project proposal guide so you are able to type right in it. And this is what the project proposal guide is going to look like. Um, it goes over a little bit what my expectations are as far as the course, but then it goes into what you're going to be doing. So I want you to choose a challenging subject and media for you to create your own project, and this will need to be personally challenging for you. I don't want you to choose something that's going to be super complicated so that it's just stressing you out and you're not having any fun with it. But I do want you to choose something that's challenging, just challenging enough to where you are testing your art abilities as well as building and developing those art skills. So as you go down, you can read through how I will be grading them. So once you're done with the project is how I will grade it. But then it goes into the overall planning process. So the first thing that you're kind of going to need to do is do some research on what it is exactly you want to create for your first project. What I did was I went to Pinterest. I like to explore Pinterest and find projects that way. You guys may have your own website that you like to go to look through art and find inspiration. But I was on Pinterest earlier and I found this painting, an abstract painting of a woman that I would like to try to recreate, but I'm not going to recreate this exact image because this is another artist's work. I would like you to try to find ways to make this your own, whether it's choosing another image to work from, changing colors, whatever it may be. So what I did next was I went ahead and so next what I did was I went to a site called Pexels looking for a different image to work from so that I wasn't completely copying that artist's work that I drew inspiration from. So what I did was I just looked up female portrait because I knew I still wanted to do a female portrait. This is a great website because it's all copyright-free images. Artists put them on here for the use of other artists. And you can see they're very good quality images here. So I actually liked the first image there of the girl with the chains. So what I can do is I can click on it, free download, and it'll download right to your computer so that you have access to it whenever you need it and you don't have to keep trying to find that image on the internet. So now I kind of have an idea of the style of painting I want to create, as well as I have my own image to work from. So my materials and media is going to be acrylics. What you can do is you can just go ahead and highlight that, change the color of the text, whatever it may be, just so that I know that that is the material that you are going to be using for your project. And then you're going to go down through it. You may also use your own materials, but that is kind of going to be up to you to purchase your own. And I can try to get you a certain special material as well, but with everything going on, shipping is taking a bit longer. Next, student is, in order for it to be proved, is I want it to have at least one of these things. So you go ahead and read through each of those. My project is going to be inspired by an artist's work, and it's also going, due to Pinterest being a free website, it's going to be hard for me to find the original artist there, so not a whole lot of research, but I am portraying a specific artistic style as well, which would be abstract art. So below here you can see a list of websites and resources that I give you guys to help give you, or to help you find some inspiration for your project. Don't limit yourself just to the internet or things like that. Apexels was the website that I just showed you. Flickr is another one of those free editing websites. Artsy, Google Arts and Culture, and ArtNet are all websites where you can just go on there and look at different artists, whether it's historical art, contemporary art. It's just a great site, a few great sites where you can just take some time to explore some art. Maybe something will pop out at you where you're just like, you know what, I want to make something similar to that, or whatever it may be. Next, what you're going to do is write a short proposal and then create some preliminary sketches or whatever work is necessary to get that work done. So the proposal may just say, I'm going to create a painting of a woman and it's going to be done in an abstract style. What I need to do to begin this project is work on sketching my person, work on figuring out how I'm going to go about the colors of it, whatever it may be. But then I really want you to give me a time frame of how long you think it's going to take you to create this project. Whether it is 1 to 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, but I don't want it to be 1 to 2 days. So if we go back to my example here, I could figure out what I'm going to have to do for myself is I'm going to have to grid it. So how long is that going to take me to grid it in order to get her to look somewhat realistic and to get the proportions correct? Personally, that's just what I have to do. If you're able to freehand draw people, that's your choice as well. But I will be including some demonstration videos online of how to grid things, how to freehand draw things, just so that you have those resources available to you for when you need them for your project. Let's go back to the proposal sheet. So the proposal sheet asks you to create this short little paragraph and to create preliminary sketches. So on mine, I'm going to talk about how I'm going to make an abstract portrait of a woman. I may talk about the colors that I'm choosing, why I'm choosing those colors, and overall just explaining to me what it is exactly that you're wanting to make in as much detail as possible in order for me to help you achieve that goal. If you just give me a couple sentences and really no sketches or really no images to go off of, I'm going to be a little lost on how I'm going to help you and what you need from me to make this a successful project for you. So it gives you space there to type it out, especially for those virtual learners. You can go ahead, type right in there and explain what it is, share with me some pictures, some sketches. As stated on the Google Classroom assignment, this really should take you about 1 to 3 days in planning this. Putting enough thought into it, practicing those skills before you start that final are going to be really important for you to be successful in your overall project. So really take some time to go through this, go through some of those websites that I had mentioned previously if you don't have any idea what you're going to do, in order to get you a good starting point. Because otherwise you are going to be a little bit lost and you're going to be overwhelmed. This proposal guide is really here to help you, not just something for you to look at or for me to give you. Again, it's on the Google Classroom under Independent Project Proposal number 1, and it should prompt you to make a copy of that so that you aren't editing my actual final draft of that proposal guide. So good luck. Get that done at least by Tuesday of next week. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Let me know. I'm here to help.